All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's do this. We are in the, well, this is for third place.
Yes.
So these guys are fighting it out for a $25 G2A gift card.
Best of 3 for a $25 gift card to G2A. It's going to be over here in the right position after, almost forgot, Mr. Maximus Black.
Yep.
Hit me up with that old school noise. Of course, through a little Optimus Prime for the end of that one.
Yeah.
Of course, why not? Speaking of Optimus Prime, he just so happens to be in the top right position of the map.
And he's Terran.
Yes.
And he's
now
Terran.
we find out.
He's not.
Now we find out for sure.
He is not stuck with Zerg this time.
No.
So.
No.
We shall find out.
We will find out. Top left. We have the one, the only drunk guy, the guy who pulled a miracle out of a miracle.
That game was pretty awesome.
He pulled like a miracle-ception.
Definitely my favorite game so far in the tournament. Really, really fun game to cast, and I was rooting for Drunk Guy, man. I was a little biased that game, but for good reason.
I mean, yeah. When you see somebody like a platinum player going up against a masters,
yeah, you got that. You got that underdog. You just want to root for the underdog, and then when the master player is being so cocky,
oh, you gotta
go for it, right? But
you gotta go for it.
We'll see what happens. Obviously, he continued to do good throughout the tournament, but got taken out by iMarine on the last series 2-0.
Yes.
We will be casting the iMarine versus Dynamite right after this series. But these guys are fighting it out for third. Once again, NR 10 minutes.
Yes.
Optimus, though, last game, given 0 fucks about the rules.
Not a single fuck given.
And decides to attack at the 9-minute, 20-second mark.
Yes.
Because why not?
Because really, why not? I mean, thankfully, for us anyway, he lost the game one way or another.
Yeah.
That would have been an unfortunate disqualification if he had managed to win, which it, for a while, looked like he had a shot at totally winning. But nevertheless, he finds himself here for third place, and hopefully he doesn't repeat that mistake again, although there's a possibility the drunk guy would hope for that. Please. Just give me the easy wins, plus.
Dude, if Optimus attacks before 10 minutes, I'm just gonna literally I'm just gonna disqualify him from the whole
Just
tournament.
entirely?
Just 2 games in a row.
2 strikes.
Just 2 games in a row. Just leave. Just go away.
I have a feeling he's gonna be much more aware of the clock this time around.
TVT, and it looks like Drunk Guy is gonna go 3 Command Center versus 2 Command Center. Over here on Optimus, we do have that 1 refinery, so we get some gas going. He's getting out Marines, only getting out the Marine to kill the SCV that is doing a little bit of harassment on his SCV, building that natural. And of course, you are allowed to attack an SCV that is scouting or poking.
Yeah. Basically anything that scouts you can attack.
Absolutely. We haven't had any worker rushes this tournament.
No!
I thought we were going to have at least 1.
Maybe we did, but we didn't cast them.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
There's a possibility somebody was crazy enough to actually go through with that, and we just didn't actually get to witness it. I doubt it.
I doubt it.
But it could have happened.
It could have happened.
A man can dream.
Factory going down here now as well. Looks like we're going to see a 1-1-1 from Optimus. Interesting because you can't really do anything with that timing, so unless he's planning on opening up a few factories. We've been seeing a lot of factory play from Terrans in this NR10.
Makes sense, because
a lot of tanks and Hellions.
Anything that comes out of a factory at the 10-minute mark is pretty much a safe bet.
Yep.
And in most cases, actually more than a safe bet. So, not surprising in that regard. It looks like Drunk Guy is, well, he's just lagging behind a little bit on this because he decided to go 3-base open.
But this will kick in for him around the 8-minute mark. He's going to really see an economy difference. Right now, whoops, income. There's the tab. Right now, Optimus is actually still in the lead here for minerals, considering he is pretty much mining off 2 base, mostly those being mules. But we're going to see a kick in here for minerals very, very shortly from Junk Guy. It's just a matter if he's going to be able to macro with those minerals. Is his macro good enough? Is he getting all these minerals for no reason? I feel as though if you're opening up 3 Command or if you're opening up 3 Nexus with Protoss, you have to be really good at macroing, or you're just kind of wasting that timing, and you're better off having a stronger army for 10 minutes because you just never know if your opponent's going to rush you.
Yeah, exactly. Which, as we've seen, there's always an aggressor.
Yep.
So if you might as well, if you're not going to be diligent about scouting to see if your opponent is going to be the aggressor in the match, you might as well take up the mantle yourself.
Yep, absolutely. Viking is out here. It's a 1-1-1. So we got 2.5 more minutes before an attack can ensue here. Second siege tank coming out. He is getting a couple of Vikings. I'm not sure what his thought process is on that. Still nothing out the gate here yet from Drunk Guy. Really, no units at all, except for one Marine.
If there is an early push, and by early I mean 10-minute mark push,
yeah,
from Optimus.
Look, grabbing a 4th.
Wow.
Dude is grabbing a 4th right now, a 3rd going down here for Optimus. Maybe both players not that interested in doing a huge attack, although Optimus is preparing either for a defend or some kind of push at the 10-minute mark.
He's really investing in, I mean, he's got his 3rd Viking coming now, and like you were saying, I'm still trying to figure out, or connect the dots.
Why not Medivacs, you know what I mean?
Why Vikings? Medivacs make way more sense here for sure. Especially because he knows that at this point he's up against another Terran.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you're going to be up against another Terran, it's not, there's very, very few circumstances in which Vikings need to be in your unit composition.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm going to say in a 10-minute mark attack,
at the 10-minute mark, not so much.
Probably not going to be there.
You really need those Medivacs more than anything. You know, if you want to have a Viking or so just to kind of scout around to see if there's any drops that are going to happen on your base, but for the most part, I think getting those Medivacs is a much safer bet than getting those Vikings. But you know what? It's there, so it is what it is. There is a huge difference in army right now. They're at the 9-minute 30-second mark, and Optimus is moving out. Just needs to make sure he doesn't attack before the 10-minute mark, but he can most certainly get into position to get ready to attack. I like the fact that he is moving out a little bit, now backing up. It looks like he might be going around here to kill this off right away. I feel as though this is more a retard magnet than anything. He really needs to go in and attack.
He needs to get
like
to the core, core of it, yeah.
Because Drunk Guy has been on more bases for a longer period. So the longer that Optimus waits, the worse shape he's going to be in. And the less strength that his initial attack is going to have.
In some weird way, those Vikings are going to pay off
work
in this situation.
Yeah.
But the tank's going to go down. Unfortunate positioning there, and hot pickup. And the Vikings almost came in handy again there.
Yeah, the Vikings almost picked those
These
off.
awkward little air engagements here that are going in his favor because of the Vikings. And this is actually a relatively good place for Optimus.
Yep.
To be sitting, and he can really maintain this.
All those Vikings came in handy.
Just never listen to me again, apparently.
Everything that we just said about those Vikings.
Throw that out the window because the most awkward series of engagements just happened to allow those Vikings to be 125% value.
Well, to be fair, why would you run your Medivac that was hurt into 3 Vikings to begin with?
It's a very good question. These are the questions that beg answers.
Ay. Meanwhile, Macro is looking pretty damn good here from Optimus. I mean, he is sitting at 800 minerals, but you gotta realize he's Terran, he's on 3 base, he's got mules flowing. It's hard to literally keep up with that production. His minerals are much lower than Drunk Guy, sitting at 1,700, and I think the majority of his APM right now is focused on this battle, more than anything. Crazy thing about it is, in Legacy of the Void, you're actually going to be able to pick up siege tanks while they're siege. So that little siege tank that just died right there would have been able to have been saved in Legacy of the Void.
Yeah.
So small things like that make it interesting.
There's just parts of vehicles flying everywhere as the siege tanks push in to clear that last one out for Drunk Guy.
It's not looking good here for Drunk Guy, and once again, opening up 3 command centers, leaving yourself vulnerable against a Terran that is stacking up units at the 10-minute mark, and that's not going so heavy economy. You know, 10 minutes is kind of that weird timing where in your mind you're thinking, oh, I got 10 minutes, I'm fucking cool. But it's 10 minutes in-game time, and it really creeps up very quickly.
Oh, yeah.
The next thing you know it, you're at the 7-minute, and you go, shit, I have 3 minutes, and then boom, it's there. So 10 minutes isn't all that much time, considering. I mean, it's not like it's an Enter 15 or an Enter 20. You got to be ready for this.
Well, once again, 3 base proving to be a very risky strategy in this tournament.
Optimus, though, getting his Terran that time and showing us how it's done.
And he definitely wrapped that up very, very nicely. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, do yourself a favor and us a favor as well. Yes, I used both there, just to really confuse people as to whether or not I stumbled over that word. I didn't. Check out the links below. Our sponsors for this tournament, G2A Gaming, and of course, Yord Wood Watches. You guys can get discounts on both products from both sides of the board with those codes that you see in front of your own eyeballs right now. Sign up via the link below here in the stream for the giveaway for the Yord Wood Watch. Same for you guys on YouTube. Link is in the description. Grab yourself a sweet and sexy watch if you don't even want to wait for that draw. And we'll be seeing you guys very soon.
We'll see you guys on the next game. We're loading her up right now.